Musicians, what are you waiting for? Wonder what I mean by that? Stick around, we'll get into it. The bars are all packed and everybody wants to go. Alright, so in the intro there, that's a new original song I put out called White Trash Champagne. It's available everywhere, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, all the usual suspects. But anyway, what do I mean by what are you waiting for? Well, I mean a couple things by that. One thing, musicians, songwriters, artists, people that are just starting out, many times I'll hear the same thing, that they don't have the money to put out an album yet, or they don't have the money to put out a song yet. Well, I'm here to tell you guys, if you're willing to do the work and do the research, there is so many resources out there that can tell you everything you need to know about recording your own song, putting your own song out everywhere on all digital platforms, and you can market through your own social media channels for free. I mean, some people get into Facebook advertising and different social media platform advertising, and that's also a good way to spend some resources and maybe to test a song out to see if you really can get behind it and push that song to more people. So nowadays, the equipment has become so accessible and affordable that you can actually create some very good recordings at home with very little money, honestly. I think I only paid about $300 for my first setup, and basically all you need is an interface, couple good mics, decent mics. You don't need top of the line, you don't need Neumann mics, and you don't need that stuff. If you figure out how to get good sound with the equipment you got, that is what matters. Spending more money for better gear and chasing the sound, that is not going to lead you down a road that's going to get you where you want to be. What will get you there is learning the equipment and the resources that you do have, and learn how to make good sounds with those things. Probably your toughest thing about the recording process would be your mixing process. If you're not really knowledgeable on mixing, then I would recommend ask for some outside help on that, or you just keep throwing darts. I mean, you're doing it on your own time, so you have a plethora of time to tweak it and get it right. Watch different videos on how people mix different things and things like that. There's so many great options on YouTube even for that type of thing, to learn how to use the DAW for tips and tricks on recording, and information about mic placement and the room treatment and things like that. It's not unbelievably important, but it will affect your mix. If you watch Recording Revolution on here, that's got a lot of great information. I've watched several videos of Graham's on here, and he does an excellent job at giving you information how to get great sounds with limited budgets, with limited equipment. He actually did a whole song on an iPhone, and it actually sounds good. The other big scary word that gets tossed around with mixing is mastering as well. And essentially all you're really doing with mastering is just your final tweaks. Most of the things that you want in your sound, you're gonna get it right in your mixing. Your overall sound of the song and volume and power and things like that, that's when mastering comes in. And there's several options online. I use Cloud Bounce. You can instantly get it mastered, and it only costs, I think, like $4 or $5 a song. It is an automated thing. You can pick different options of how you want to alter that sound, and it works excellent. You can preview it, and it really does a good job. I mean, for the cost of it, you can't touch this thing. I mean, could you get better mastering by going to a professional, you know, a pro level guy, absolutely. But you're going to be talking hundreds to thousands of dollars a song on that. You can do cloud bounce for like less than $5 on a song. If you've spent any time or any effort over the years, if you've been into recording studios or recorded with somebody else or watched somebody record, just paying attention to what's going on there rather than letting other people do it, really focus in on what's happening there and how you're getting the types of sounds that you like and that you prefer. It goes such a long way. You just need to pay attention. Even if you hire somebody to do something, you need to pay attention and ask questions and understand exactly what they're doing to get the types of sounds that you want. When you do have the song where you like it, there's a plethora of resources. I personally use Distrokid, and Distrokid, I think I only paid $20 for a year, and you can put out unlimited music on all platforms. It's not a gimmick, guys. I don't know. I've heard people say something about that before. It's not a gimmick. That is the service that they provide. It is excellent, and it is cheaper than pretty much everybody else. So that type of resource is unbelievably valuable to independent artists. Contrary to what popular opinion would be on some of this stuff, there are several examples out there of songs with lower to low level production value that still blow up and are still big hits. At the end of the day, it's about the song. It's always about the song. You could set up just this little camera right here with an acoustic guitar, and if you play a meaningful song that moves people, that video can blow up by itself. Basic audio, no special treatments, no nothing. Just if you're connecting and you're writing the type of song that people want to hear, it's going to do everything you need it to do. It is up to you, though, to get that in front of people. There's a misconception a lot of times that just because I put out a song or I think this song is good, that people are just going to flock to it. That's a pipe dream. Your job as a musician is to make sure that your song gets to the type of people that need to hear it. It's about effort, everybody. It's about effort, grinding, putting in the work. There's no shortcut. There's no shortcut in the music business. You just have to keep chopping away. I do this too. And you cannot get emotional about a song. You've got to strip out your personal feelings and emotion out of it and understand when the market is telling you something. Meaning, if you put a song out and it's just not getting any traction and you keep sharing it and you just keep working with people and trying to get it out there and it just doesn't seem to want to take off, the market's telling you that that song doesn't work. Whether you like it, whether I like it, whether anybody likes it, the market is telling you it's time to move on. Let's write another song. That one right there is a bitter pill to swallow, and I know from experience, trust me on that. As an artist, you're never going to put out anything that you don't love. I mean, you're not going to write a song that you don't like. So you're always going to like the material that you're putting out. Some of it you're absolutely going to love it, and you're going to feel like it's absolutely the right type of music that you need to be making. And that's not saying that it's not. It's not saying that it's not the right type of music. It's just maybe not the right song, or maybe, maybe the structure is a little off and you lose people at a certain point so they don't get through the whole song. You got to make sure that you keep people from the beginning to the end, because usually in most music, you're going to build at the end and all your best stuff's at the end. If they're clicking off in the first 30 seconds, they're never going to hear the end. My most recent song that I put out, White Trash Champagne, that's in the trailers and the intros and whatnot, that song cost me, I think, $20 to put it out total. So I mean, there's no excuse to not to say that this has got to happen, or I got to get this to put a song out, or this needs. You can do this stuff. For drums and things like that, that's also a common question. There's VSTs out there that are free, like virtual programs that will create drum beats that you can program and you can put in, and they sound excellent. To a normal person, they're not going to be able to tell the difference between that and live drums. Musician, recording engineers, of course, you can tell the difference, but they're getting so good nowadays that it'll take you a few minutes to figure out if it's real or not, honestly. And I've even used a free one that sounds that good. Please, please stop waiting. Start recording. Start getting your material out. Start getting your stuff out to the people who need to hear it. And you can do that with your social media and all the free outlets that are out there. You can do it the old school way. When people coming over to your house, you play them your new song, whatever. You keep sharing it that way. Don't get hung up on it being absolutely perfect. Just get it out. That's the main thing. Just put in the work. Get the music out, and if it's good and you can get it in front of your audience, it'll pay you back. Without a doubt, it'll pay you back tenfold, especially if you're not putting huge piles of money into the production of it. If there's other subjects you guys are looking to hear about here, I'm going to go into a whole series here of anything in the music industry, honestly. If it comes to booking shows or everything, live performance, how to put songs out, how to mix songs. I'm going to get into doing a lot of different things, and I absolutely am not a pro. I'm not a pro. I don't have formal training on any of this stuff. So with that being said, that doesn't say I don't know anything. I've been around a long time doing this, but I'm just saying, you don't have to go to school. You don't have to take lessons. You don't have to do any of that stuff. It's just paying attention, guys. It's just pay attention. A thing where you're letting everybody else do everything for you and start taking it into your own hands. And you're going to be so much further ahead because you're going to know exactly where you want to go with your career and how you want to do it, and you'll be able to map that stuff out and take care of business yourself and not sit around waiting for a record deal or whatever. Chances are, guys, if you get offered a record deal, it's because you have something that they want. Really, they want to take a cut from you, and they're going to help you blow it up. They're going to put a big marketing budget behind you. They're going to put a lot of things behind you, but guys, you pay all that stuff back. So before you ever even start to make a dime on a song, you're paying back massive, massive budgets from the record company bank that just basically lended you money and promoted your art. Of course, there's upsides to it, but right now, today, the way that everything is structured right now, you can create your own business 100% yourself, and you don't need anybody's help to do it. As long as you just research things, take it in, and learn as you go, and just keep building up that portfolio of different skills. As a musician in 2020, you absolutely need to know how to do everything. Graphic design, video editing. You got to know all this stuff. You got to know how to record. But it's not that scary. If you get into it, there is so many resources to be able to do it. I'm telling you guys, I know you can do it. I know you can do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it. And I'll catch you down the road.